Hi Riley, it's Dad. I was going to read you a couple of poems from our favorite poem book, Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. I'm guessing you probably already know which ones I'm going to read. The first one is The Unicorn. A long time ago, when the earth was green, and there were more kinds of animals than you've ever seen, and they run around free while the world was being born, and the loveliest of all was the unicorn. There was green alligators and long-necked geese. There was humpy-bumpy camels and chimpanzees. There was cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you've been born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. But the Lord seen some sinning, and it caused him pain. He says, "Stand back, I'm going to make it rain." He says, "Hey, brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. Go and build me a floating zoo. And you take 2 alligators and a couple of geese, 2 humpy-bumpy camels and 2 chimpanzees, 2 cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, Noah, don't you forget my unicorn." Now Noah was there, and he answered the callin', and he finished up the ark just as the rain started falling. He marched in the animals 2 by 2, and he called out as they went through, "Hey Lord, I got your 2 alligators and your couple of geese, your humpy-bumpy camels and your 2 chimpanzees, got your cats and rats and elephants, but Lord, I'm so forlorn, 'cause I just don't see no unicorn." Old Noah looked out through the driving rain, but the unicorns were hiding, playing silly games. They were kicking and splashing in the misty morn. Oh, them silly unicorn. Then the goat started goatin', and the snake started snaking, the elephant started elephantin', and the boat started shaking, the mouse started squeaking, and the lion started roaring, and everyone was aboard but the unicorn. I mean the green alligators and the long-necked geese, the humpy-bumpy camels and the chimpanzees. Noah cried, "Close the door, 'cause the rain is pouring, and we just can't wait for them unicorn." Then the ark started moving, and it drifted with the tide, and the unicorns looked up from the rock and cried, and the water came up and sort of floated them away. That's why you never see a unicorn to this day. You'll see lots of alligators and a whole mess of geese. You'll see humpy-bumpy camels and lots of chimpanzees. You'll see cats and rats of elephants, but sure as you're born, you're never gonna see no unicorn. The next one we're gonna read, and I know you love this one, is the peanut butter sandwich. I'll sing you a poem of a silly young king who played with the world at the end of a string. But he only loved one single thing, and that was just a peanut butter sandwich. His scepter and his royal gowns, his regal throne and golden crowns, were brown and sticky from the mounds and drippings from each peanut butter sandwich. His subjects were all silly fools, for he had passed a royal rule that all they could learn in school was how to make a peanut butter sandwich. He would not eat his sovereign steak. He scorned his soup and kingly cake, and told his courtly court to bake an extra sticky peanut butter sandwich. And then one day he took a bite and started chewing with delight, but found his mouth was stuck quite tight from that last bite of peanut butter sandwich. His brother pulled, his sister pried, the wizard pushed, his mother cried, "My boy's committed suicide from eating his last peanut butter sandwich." The dentist came and the royal doc, the royal plumber banged and knocked, but still those jaws stayed tightly locked. Oh, darn that peanut butter sandwich. The carpenter, he tried with pliers. The telephone man, he tried with wires. The firemen, they tried with fire, but couldn't melt that peanut butter sandwich. With ropes and pulleys, drills and coil, with steam and lubricating oil, for 20 years of tears and toil, they fought that awful peanut butter sandwich. Then all his royal subjects came. They hooked his jaws with grappling chains, and pulled both ways with might and main against that stubborn peanut butter sandwich. Each man and woman, girl and boy, put down their plows and pots and toys, and pulled until crack! Oh joy! They broke right through that peanut butter sandwich. A puff of dust, a screech, a squeak. The jaws of the king opened with a creak, And then in voice so faint and weak, the first words they heard him speak were, "How about a peanut butter sandwich?" Now the last one, Rilee, I know you know, because I know that you know. We both know this one by heart. My beard. My beard grows to my toes. I never wears no clothes. I wraps my hair around my bear, and down the road I goes. Rilee, I love you so very much. I can't wait till we're through this mess. I hope you have a wonderful trip, and I know you will.